Hey guys, it's Keilee and welcome back to 7 Cool Homeschoolers. I live in the South, so there are cicadas now while I'm filming. Anyway, this week's theme is fairy tales, so I decided to write my own fairy tale. It's about a princess who lives in a world full of mixed up fairy tales, like the Emperor's New Clothes, the Three Little Pigs, and even the Gingerbread Man. So I hope you enjoy the video. So, let's begin the story. Once upon a time, far, far under the sea, there lived a girl with long golden hair. All she ever wanted was to go to the ball. She found a magic bean and planted it on the ocean floor. The beanstalk grew and grew and grew and grew to the very top of the ocean. When she saw this, she climbed and climbed and climbed until she reached the very top. She then saw an ugly duckling who offered to give her a ride to the shore. As she rode along the duckling, she realized that he was actually quite beautiful. She thanked him and walked on her way. She wasn't sure where the ball was, but she knew that she had to find it. As she was walking, she came across 7 little men. They were marching and singing something about hi-ho. They stopped to talk to her, but they didn't know what the ball was. They did, however, warn her not to take any apples from strangers. I wonder what that was all about. This was a very strange place, full of things she was not familiar with. There were gadgets and gizmos aplenty, and who's-its and what's-its galore. And look over there, a spinning wheel with 2 fairies flying about. Through the trees, she saw a house made of candies and cookies. It looked and smelled very delicious. But she thought she heard children screaming inside, so she hurried past. And what was that up ahead? A white rabbit with a huge pocket watch, saying something about being late? Oh, curiouser and curiouser. She was getting very thirsty, so she decided to knock on the door of a house that she saw up ahead. An old lady came to the door and gave her the water. The old lady was very nice, and she asked her if she wanted to spend the night there. She had a bed with 12 mattresses on it, and she knew that it would be very comfortable. The princess thanked her, but told her she had to get to the ball. Further into the woods she traveled, and all of a sudden she heard a howling noise that made the hair on her arms stand straight up. She hid behind a tree, and she saw a girl with a red cape running past. She didn't even have a chance to call before she was gone. Oh, how strange, she thought, as she went on her way. After a few minutes, she came to a clearing where there was a huge, scary beast sitting on the ground. She was very scared of him, but then she saw a beautiful girl come up to him, speak to him softly, and pet him. He raised his head and smiled at her and took her hand. Wow, she thought, looks can surely be deceiving. She was very tired from all of her adventures, so she sat down on a tree stump. And very soon, a gingerbread man came along. Do you think she talked to her? Well, I can tell you one thing. He was very delicious. Once she was full, she continued on her way. Pretty soon, she came to a strange sight. It was a boy made entirely out of wood with the longest nose she had ever seen. She asked him if he was okay, and then he said, "I'm fine," and he hurried off into the forest. She could have sworn she saw his nose grow as he ran. She heard laughing coming through the woods, and up ahead she saw a town, and she hurried towards it. Oh, look, a parade. But why is everyone laughing? She wondered. And there, in the middle of the parade, was an emperor with no clothes on, and the people were laughing and laughing. Oh, what a very strange town. After a few blocks, she saw 3 little houses. One made of straw, one made of wood, and one made of brick. Outside there were 3 little pigs, boasting to each other about how their house was better and stronger. But they didn't know anything about a ball. Just up ahead, she spotted an old dirty lamp lying on the ground. So she decided to shine it with her dress, and she was amazed for what she saw. And out came a genie and told her that she had 3 wishes. Well, that's easy, she thought. I want a beautiful gown and a lovely pair of shoes. Oh, and directions to the ball. And poof! She looked down and saw that she was wearing a wonderful white dress, glass slippers. "Follow the yellow brick road and you will come to the ball," said the genie. She ran down the road and over the hill, and she gasped when she saw the most magnificent castle she'd ever seen. Well, in all honesty, it was the only castle she'd ever seen. But it was very beautiful. She loved it, and she went inside, but there was no one there. She looked and looked for all the people, expecting to see thousands and thousands of people dancing. But still, there was no one there. She went from room to room, until finally she was in the throne room, and there she saw a green frog sitting on a purple cushion. Oh, she had heard all about this. She quickly scooped up the frog, ran to the kitchens, and fried him and cooked him for dinner. Oh, he was so very delicious. She went on to rule the kingdom for many, many years. She was the kindest and most generous queen they'd ever had. And we all know how the story ends. She lives happily ever after. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday on 7 Cool Homeschoolers. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to watch all the other videos. And I hope you enjoyed the video. My favorite Disney princesses are Mulan, Ariel, Pocahontas, and Cinderella. I wonder what your favorite Disney princesses are. Anyway, I love fairy tales, and I also love Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz. They are Disney girls, they're just not Disney princesses. Hope you have a great week, and happy Thursday! Bye!